Yeah, Florida, we have an association here called the Business Brokers of Florida, and we are one of the few, if not the only, in the country that has an organized MLS. We're more organized here in Florida than many of the other states when it comes to business brokerage. So we actually do have an MLS. So when working with a business broker, you'd have access to that, and it's one of the most targeted exchanges because we have buyers that have specified everything they're looking for, like tons of buyers, and businesses that are on the market, and we're corresponding with other brokers, and we actually co-broker and collaborate with one another here in Florida. That's not that common throughout the rest of the country. In some states, brokers don't like to collaborate. So when a broker has a listing, they look to find the buyers themselves and really just kind of facilitate the deal themselves. But Florida, because we do co-brokering down here, we have the highest volume of business sales taking place than all the other states because of that exchange, because we have that MLS. Some of the other consumer facing sites are businessesforsale.com, bizbysell.com. And these sites, you can go to them and actually identify businesses that are for sale. They're listed there. Brokers actually list put their listings there as well. But one thing I'd caution anyone that's interested in buying a business is to, even though you're going to search on those sites, I highly encourage you to work with a broker, because when it comes time to get information, you're not going to get it as readily, because confidentiality is a really, really important thing in this industry. When you're selling a piece of property, you advertise it, you put it out there, you let everybody know the address, you want the whole world to know, you put a big sign in the front letting everybody know that this property is for sale, whether it's a residential property or commercial property. You want the entire world to know. But when it comes to businesses, confidentiality is extremely, extremely important. And the reason is because the wrong people knowing that your business is for sale can undermine the business itself. Your employees, if they find out too early that the business is for sale, they can get scared and start looking for other jobs. They can panic, right? Your competitors can leverage that information. They could actually try to steal some of your good people. They could tell them, hey, listen, you know what? This guy's closing his business down, or he's selling. You don't know what's going to happen. You don't know who the new owner is going to be. So you don't want too many people knowing that the business is for sale. So all of these businesses that are listed, the information isn't readily published. You're going to have to sign a confidentiality agreement, go through a lot of other hoops and hurdles before you can get certain information disclosed. You see? And so when going through that process, I encourage everyone to have representation, have a broker helping you navigate that process, because you're going to be dealing with a broker on the other side who's trying to protect the integrity of that business. They're trying to protect the confidentiality of that business. They're not just going to release the tax returns and release. They don't know if you're a competitor trying to get the secret sauce or trying to get information on the business. So they're going to want to vet you intensely, right? So working with a broker that knows their way around that process is very helpful. So you do have these consumer facing sites, but because of confidentiality reasons, you're not going to get all the information that you need. A broker, working with a business broker, will allow you to be able to navigate that process more efficiently, because they have, number one, they understand the process and how to deal with other brokers. And number two, here in Florida, we have access to that exchange where we have, access to tons of businesses that are for sale, and we collaborate with one another. It's easy to kind of see that buyer pool of who's looking for what.